The shining one. Hey everybody, it's Inanna. I'm live again. It's a rainy day. It's Sunday. It's rainy and everything. So I was just sitting here looking at the way this light hit my head. It just looked funny. mm So I wanted to show you that it's not makeup. It just happens. It hits it some kind of way. Makes that light go like that. I don't know what it is. But the shiny one. So I might reveal my genealogy. Maybe, maybe not. But you can already tell what it is because I'm born with the birthmark on my forehead that is only shown in the light, and it speaks directly of what I am. I can't hide it. It's like a stamp on my forehead. And it certainly, it's been a blessing. I've been blessed. Let's leave it at that. Now, anyway, so I like to say that today I'm reading from uh, Man, Myth, and Magic. It's an encyclopedia. The encyclopedia is something I've had around for a while. You know how that is. And like I said, it's a rainy day out there, so I'm going to read a little chapter from it, and talk about it. This is not my opinion on this right here. Um, I think everybody know my opinion on that whole thing. So let me show you. I finally got my glasses. So this is it. This is me with the glasses on. So let me break this down to you. Seems like the glasses make it worse when we trying to read. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what doctor did this time, but it ain't the same. Okay, let's see. At most levels of civilizations, priests act as the social recognized mediators between men and supernatural beings. We know that, right? They are supposed to be guiding you like the middleman between you and your God. They're supposed to be trying to be the mediator. They're supposed to be able to talk to spirits and talk to God for you. That's what a priest's supposed to do. He's supposed to do it on the behalf of his people. They are experts in the performance of rituals. So they're supposed to use rituals. And in pre-literate societies, it is they who also preserve by oral tradition the myths and body of the religious concepts and ideas which constitute a people's intellectual heritage. So, okay, they're supposed to pass on the heritage. They're supposed to connect with spiritual beings on the behalf of the people. They're supposed to be the master of rituals. Is that not identical to a shaman? Because that's what a shaman does. That's my job. And priests are religious people who are put in the place of the original shamans. So, yes, that's what a priest is, but that's the exact job that the shaman had before the religions were founded. So it was like they were stamped out murdered, and then somebody else was doing the job because that means there's a job out there to be done. So that's something to think about. Now, this is not even my opinion. This is somebody else's. It says right here. Let me take this off my head. No wonder I'm feeling all stuffy. All right. Now, At most levels, I'm gonna read it again. There's somebody else's opinion, but to me, it just looked just like they described a shaman. It says, at most levels of civilization, priests act as the socially recognized mediators between men and supernatural beings. They are the experts in the performance of rituals, and in pre-literate societies, it is they preserved by oral tradition the myths and the body of the religious concepts and ideas which constitute a people's intellectual heritage. Yep, yep. Sound like a shaman to me. The functions, selections, training, and social position of priests differ widely even within simpler societies, and the designation of priest has been applied to a long variety of religious practitioners. So, just you can anybody can be a priest, I guess. I don't know this, and it's been applied. I thought it was born. I thought you would be born with these gifts because that's what I was. So when you look at it and you say, well, okay, now there's a distinction between priests, who are the official religious leaders and representatives of the community, and magicians, shamans and prophets whose power derived from individual supernatural experience or what is presumed by direct inspiration by deities or spirits. And in practice, the functions of those two types of religious practitioners often overlap and the destruction is not universal. Okay, so now with this right here, there are different roles that priests have played throughout time. I don't want to I don't want to linger on that, but I wanted you to realize that I have been studying priesthood, how people come into being priests. And I'm pretty sure you found one because you just don't wake up on day one saying you see into other realms. It's like a transitional phase that you go through after maturity that you go through on your own. God take you through it. So for me, I never woke up saying I was going to be no priest or anything like that. But all the time when I was reading the Bible, I would be told that, constantly told that I was supposed to do something. And I blowed it off and I blowed it off and I blowed it off. And then I had died. And when I woke up that day, not at that moment that I woke up, when I woke up, I said, I was laying in the bed, I'm recovering. I'm laying in the bed and I said, God, why even bother to let me come back? I had lived and done everything I wanted to do. I had a life. I had already had my children, they were grown. I had already did these things. So why would you want to, kind of bring me back? He was like, you didn't do all of that I gave you and all the gifts that I gave you. You didn't do what you were supposed to do, so you can't leave. It's just that simple. So all the years of science and all the years of biology, all the years of studying the origin of mankind and the religions and comparing them and stuff, all of that, God had a plan from day one that He wanted me to be right here in front of you. He wanted me to be right here in front of you and tell you this stuff. It's not even my kind of subject. I'm a biologist, but what He wanted you to know so much. I mean, this is God. The one thing I want to tell you that's gonna really break your heart is that some of us worship a God because they say He the creator. Some of them fear God because they say He the destroyer. Some of them worship God because they feel obligated in some form or way. He created me, or I fear Him, or He'll destroy me. They feel obligated. But and the whole time, they're bowing down on their knees, they're crying, and they're still not fulfilling the obligation that He had. See, the obligation that the good Lord had. Only you know it. But if you have an obligation to fulfill, fulfill it. I mean, it could be the smallest thing. It could be the smallest deed that he may want you to do. Go do it. Whatever he tell you he needs you to do, go do it. And the true God will never tell you to kill nobody because he don't want his creation destroyed. For me, I already understand what's going on. I already understand that about a year and a half ago they created a species on this planet. It's been a year and a half and the species is still running around crazy as a bee bug, trying to destroy each other. And on top of that, the creation is not even able to click in to our circuits with their third eye. That's what's going on. A year ago, it's just been a year and some time since they created man. Okay, and in that year's time, they at the lab looking, and they like, damn. In this 1 year that it's been growing, this organism has been growing and consuming this planet. It's so rowdy, it fights itself. It learns, but it's really rowdy. You know, they're looking at that and they're like, we tried the electronic plugs to the third eye and it didn't work. The input system don't work. Now you running around here feeling like you consumed inside of this old robotic body and not knowing that you a projection of their mind. They trying to get the linkage right, but now you ain't able to even link yet. It's like a newborn thing. You gotta test it, you gotta tweak it. You gotta create some. Sooner or later you're gonna create one that got that link. I got the link. Create the one that got the link. Okay, so this is what happened. God created us. God created man. And if you're going by the Sumerian or the biblical text or whatever, they're telling you that the year is 3,600 years. Okay, so if you calculate 3,600 from this time that is right now, you'll see that just only a little more than a year has gone by. So if they created us, then only a year on their planet has went by. See what I mean? And the thing that they created can't even link into the sockets. It's smart, but it can't link into their link. See? Well, you need to learn how to use your piezoelectric energy because then you'll feel like you have a purpose in this life. And now I know that I have a purpose in this life because I was like, okay, what's the whole thing? We food for some, the ones who infected us, the one who raped Eve in the garden. Yeah, we want food. He a nasty, evil bastard. He wants you for food. He wants you for slaves. But one created us because we are his avatar. We can do what he can do. So we don't know how to react yet. They see us moving to another planet and stuff. We still haven't learned how to link into the higher source yet. I mean, so they know not to destroy us. They know we good. We just don't know how to use our third eye yet. It's undeveloped and our comprehension is really small. So I can see this from the outside looking in. I'm like, okay, so this is what you want. You want me to teach them how to open up this third eye. Well, it's very simple. They just have to learn how to realize that they can step out in the consciousness away from this body. You can do practices. Would you like to do a practice with me? All of y'all done came and visit me. Let's get this straight. You see that boundary I put out? I might can teach y'all how to put one out too. I learned a long time ago to put up a wall against spiritual attack. It's on at all times. It's just a part of my natural defense. So you won't be able to attack me spiritually. Huh? Look at that. Take a look. I don't wipe it with a towel once for you. Lady. No makeup. No makeup. That's an ink. I got Sumerian blood. I have the blood of old Samaria. So when you look at me, think about Nefertiti. Old Samaria is on my blood test, baby. So yeah, look at them eyes. Did you see that? That's an ink. It got wings. It ain't got. Jeans, baby, jeans. They ain't no magic marker. This a magic marker. This a magic marker. That is real. Yeah, I'm bragging. Can't fuck with me. Mm-mm. So I was gonna talk to you about your third eye anyway. I'm a shaman. I might as well tell you that. My job is to heal you in the masses, and masses, not just one. I want my whole group to be perfect. Okay, so with your third eye, let me just tell you this. I remember when you first wielded your third eye, when you first wielded and you did it clockwise, it tired you out, made you stay up late, made you go through a whole lot of stuff. It made you have energies. It probably made you look younger and feel younger. It probably did a lot for you. Okay, if you felt that, and then you got to a point where you couldn't spin it to the right side anymore, you have exhausted your power. Now you go to the left side and you relax your powers. Now going to the right, you are wielding your power. You are using it, taking hold of it. Going to the left, you just riding with the flow. You've been riding with the flow your whole life. If you don't like the way that your life been going, because you been going with the flow, wield it. Go to the right and wield it. Okay? Now, I don't all the time go to the right. Sometimes for relaxation, I go to the left. But I'm a wielder. And if you, I'm looking for wielders. I mean, you've been going with the flow your whole life. We need the wielders because the wielders will teach other wielders. And I'm a wielder. And so I will teach you how to wield your third eye as far as I can legally without getting chopped up into a million pieces and cents on there. But you can project your energy to crystal. You can project your energy to other people. You can project your energy into things. You just don't know how to do it yet. If you can wield and you can spin your magnetic energy to the right, all the way around, you will send it all down through your body like a lightning rod. All those the chakras will be lit up and everything, and you work it up and down. But and I'm going to do an exercise with you and show you how to wield it. But you need to realize the difference between the two that I'm saying to you today. You can wield it or you can go with it. Neither one is negative. Some people just need to go and lay in the current and go with it and smooth their life on out and give them strength. That's a healing. That's a healing. But I'm a wielder. So I go to the right and I push against the force that's already going. I create a force of my own here. See? So you may be naturally move to the left and it calms you down. Or you may move to the right and it calms you down. Whichever one calms you, that's calming because to wheels, it takes energy. And you will get exhausted after 5 days of wheeling. You will go like, I can wheel for five days straight. I can spin it for 5 days straight. Okay, don't brag. So I can wheel to the right for 5 days and then I'll become exhausted. And then I have to wheel to the left sometime and lay back and just stop wheeling. Okay, because if I go with the flow, then life gonna run me over. That's how I feel. I feel like I don't want it to run me over. I want to yield it. I want to hold it. I want to control it. And I guess that was make me bad. So this thing right here is something serious now. Throughout the years, we'll be doing this and taking my energy and sending it. Okay, so now at this point of many years, a whole body, a whole lifetime of wielding, and then being beat upside the head by the Christian, after a whole lifetime of that, I realized that That's what I was born to do. So I can bring energy to your body. What is my gift if you were like to come to me? Let me tell you the last physical healing that I did. A lady came to me with breast cancer, and I treated her with chemicals, and then my work didn't work. So I was like, let me rub my hands over your body and project my energy in. When I did it, she hollered out, "Oh, that hurt right there, it hurt." She wanted me to stop. I did it a little bit more, but then I stopped. And I told her that the one that I treated was not the one, that the true source or cancer and sickness was in this spot. And she was able to do that. She came back and gave me a hug. She was like, "Damn, you hurt me with that energy you sent, but you showed me where that doctor need to go." She up here crying about a lump in her breast, but in reality, it was starting back there. So when I rubbed across her back, she had great pain. Let's see, the doctor looking in the front. At the beginning of her pain was in the back. It went to the front. And he up in the front cutting. There's a rib cage in between there. He would have never got it. So that's what I do. Now, that's a tough job. And God only tell me to treat a few people. I don't go out looking for nobody, and they don't come looking for me. They come across me in life like you, my friend. They sent me to you to treat you. You one of theirs. And I guess my job is done after I did it. Because I know when I see your face, you look 100% better. Done lost weight. Done changed your eating habits. Looking good too. Then lost that weight. Lost weight, start eating right. All right now. Because it was something that they saw in you. And I didn't come. I'm not no damn voodoo bitch that I'm trying to come over to your house or whatever. You came to me first. I fixed it. That's my job. And I can do it from afar. You can do anything for me. Tell people how I can fix them and send them to me if they need fixing. That's what you do. Because I can't make guarantees. I can't promise that I'm gonna, you know, bring some lightning and thunder, but I know I can make some energy come out these things. And I also know that they talk to me. Your friend is right. They will come and work on you if you lay there and let them. You are absolutely right. I have had it happen before. Just last week, my jaw was hurting really bad because I'm getting all of my teeth pulled out and getting some implants or something. So when I was hurting, I told him, I was like, come help me fast, quick. It just won't stop hurting. I need help. I laid there. It was like, it's going to be even more painful when we help you. I don't know. I was like, okay. They did it. Look at me. My jaw done went back down. My jaw done went back down. They was in there messing around. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the point. This is the whole point. We calling them angels, but they're not angels. They're other beings that God created. You can call them whatever you want to. They ain't no holer than you, and they ain't no lesser than you. What they are just like us, but they got a different kind of consciousness from us. So if you are able to step up to their consciousness level and talk to them and have a friendly conversation, they be delighted. They be delighted. They be like, "Oh my God, this one is making the link." Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I've been made this link a long time ago. So I'm all spoiled and crybaby ish. I'm gonna tell you who always be fixing me. The little bitty tiny ones with the fat cheeks, the evens or whatever, they be coming all the time fixing me. They love me. They hang around me a lot. Okay, now, but the one they are the evens always claim she messed up or whatever, something wrong, and then the other one that actually do the work is the one that's like he a little bit taller and he real skinny with a big ass head and a point on it. So he's like, okay, but I know how they look under their mask, and all of those are masks. That ain't how they look. And so, so they're the one who do work. So they actually do the surgery. But the other little tiny ones with the round head, they actually are the ones like, go get her, go help her. Yeah, we want to help her now. I love them. I love them so much. I don't know what to say. They're so lovely and playful. Okay, so now he done made all these different beings that we can have around us if we could only just open our third eye and stop just seeing in this dimension. Your third eye can't see anything in this world out here. It's blind, but it has that vibrational frequency that picks up with other beings, and that's what they need you to learn how to do. Right now, you're just a prototype that don't even fucking work. Right now, you're just a prototype that's not working. Learn how to plug your shit in so you can be communicating with them and getting everything you want to be spoiled to. Yeah, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled as I want to be. I'm spoiled as I dare be. Oh yeah, I be crying. I be like, "Ooh, my fingernail broke." Why not? I be like, "Can you fix this skin? Can you fix this? Can you fix that? Can you fix everything?" Shit. But I'm spoiled. I'm rotten. And I want to tell you this too. You say, "Oh, they're bad." Those Anunnakis, some of them died so we can have our things. I'm not gonna talk bad about them because Michael Blue, when he had Anunnaki, he blue as he can be. And so I ain't got nothing to say about him. The way I seen him whoop ass, I don't even want to say nothing about Mike. But then the next thing is that the Anunnaki, you talking so bad, but they gave us the intelligence that we have today. They installed us in us. Let's get that fact now right. And some of them died because they gave us that intelligence. Now that means a lot to me. Now you said you would worship God because He created you. There go the fact they created you, and they are reptilian. Uh-huh. And so you say you would worship the one that look out for you, that be there for you. They fucking reptilians. So now what you saying? You don't want to worship them now because they did that? Well, they never wanted you to worship them. They didn't write no book telling you to get down and worship them. Nope. They want you to move your mind up to the highest level, learn how to do good math, and then move to the other level and be able to reach them in the fifth dimension so they can deal with you. Your ass running around here scratching your ass like a monkey and fighting your brother right now. So hey, no, I'm not gonna sit there and say that I don't worship nobody. I thank them for giving me the intelligence and that I might one day be able to be wise enough to do the things that they do, like move to another planet and create another being and have eternal energy. I thank them for that, but he ain't want you down there crying, telling some please forgive me for being a human being. You the experiment. They need this third eye to lock in. When it lock in, it'll be all right. Right now, they still got to protect your ass. Have you noticed that everything that eat and kill humans get eradicated? They get eradicated. The giants ate humans, wiped them right out. See, everything that harm humans on this earth, they trying to wipe it out. They don't want nothing to harm you. You special to them. Okay, you special to them. That should mean something to you. You special to them. You just don't know how to connect. Now, yes, there is a group of them out there that want to eat you. They want to turn you into slaves. They want to make you do wrong things. Those ones out there, yeah, they out there. But there's a group that did the ones who created you that like, no, this our way of being able to live on a planet that is too hot for us to live on. We have created a way to have ongoing avatars for our bodies, and we still can live on this earth, even though we can't physically walk on the earth because it's too hot. We created avatars that we can project to. Now the avatars they created so damn smart, they're running around doing what they want to do, ain't doing right. So I mean, it's not about, oh, I wanna I want you to stop being about God. Nope. Man, none of that. I'm not even going there. I'm just telling you to look at the facts. They came, I ain't did the math, but if you subtract 3,600 from now, you're gonna be real close, or maybe right over a year or two, and that's when they left. Okay, and so now it's only been a year. So imagine if we went to Mars, right? And it's only been a year later since we left from Mars. Short time has went by, so they're looking back at us like, okay, they maybe have when they come back, maybe it'll be they have been gone 2 years, their years, because their years is 3,600 of ours. So right now, this is like a year. The whole project is about 2.5 years old, which is 2 times 3,600 is gonna be 72, 720 years plus a little more. So that's really not like 1,000 years. This is the last visit. So it hasn't even been a long time since they left, and and all that. So we're gonna see more of them. And when they come back, I hope we are not still warring with each other. I hope we have advanced to the point where we can all think with one mind and they can beam down and talk to us. And that we don't try to shoot them when they do come. But this place was seeded. This place was truly seeded from other surrounding galaxies and universes. And even seeding can be so simple as sending a pod of seeds through space to land. There's a group out there who claim that they seeded us. My phone's ringing. Should I answer? Yeah, okay, so now you see they all do reach that mentality that they need you to reach. Okay, now after they made you and seeded you and did that, some bad guys flew in, gave you some meat, some bad shit to eat, put some bad ideas down. See, that's where you're getting it wrong about everything there. So we were all one people, we was all thinking alike, we were herders, gatherers, we were one with the earth. We could tell the vibrational energies of the earth, our shit was in tune. We could tell the vibrations of the energies and everything that was flowing in the earth. Everything was going just fine. Somebody flew in. Like, I want to make my own model and fuck some shit up. Okay, so now they still thinking that there ought to be some more out there left that still have the same capabilities to do this. And that's what I'm always looking for, somebody that can do it. But because if y'all don't learn, I mean, everything is wasted. Why are they trying to get us? Why are they trying to get us to do this? Well, for one thing, I can't really say I know all things, but I know that we need to learn how to get off this planet. And we need to learn how to sustain off this planet. Because the first time from day one, they've been trying to save us from a giant asteroid that been tearing us up every so often. And they give us all the formulas that we need to dodge it, to dodge these things and get out the way. They give us all of that, energy sources and everything. But then we're not using it to do what we need to do to get out the way. So they gave us the pyramids, the greatest energy generators on earth. They gave us things that could get us into transport. The tesseract that goes into the pyramid is the arc. That arc, that tesseract, produces enough fusion energy to open the Stargate and to also power a full ship. So now we don't know how to use it. We're not even smart enough to figure it out. And they put all of those measurements in the pyramids so that you would be able, when you got smart enough to open the gates. You ain't smart enough to open the gates. Your ass, if you ain't smart enough to open the gates, then you won't be able to use that technology. They're waiting for us to get that smart. You know why we're not that smart yet? Why we haven't opened them up? All of our knowledge is separated around into different places. When y'all first seen me, I did a video about how the different religions is just there to push us off from the fact. That's the whole thing. God, the creator, he created us. Then they do these religions in to make us be separated. If you take all of that out, you'll realize that we all one. We need to share all the knowledge. If we can share all the knowledge, then we move faster. But instead, we got one group over here with knowledge, one group with knowledge, one group with knowledge. Nobody moving forward. They in a fight over some money that somebody else told them to have. We shouldn't even be fighting over money. Technically, we're supposed to just be growing our crops and stuff like that. We're supposed to be growing our crops, making sure we survive. We could have technology and everything. We don't need the money. It's just that we want the money because it was inserted into our life. That's why I'm like, okay. So when they did, that, now as man, you're sitting there like, I got all this spent up energy and I don't know what to do. You haven't even activated the third eye. Look at me. See the third eye. The third eye. I don't think this mark is not. I don't think it's by mistake. God put that there. And then with this on my head, I guess I'm a demon sitting up here talking to you. No, I'm telling you the truth. Activate your third eye. Learn to live in unity and peace. Learn to accept God, that He might not have created just human beings, that He created more different kind of beings to do different kind of things, and realize that if you what you associate with, if you want to be evil, go associate with an evil being. I mean, do what you do. But if you want to do right by God, then learn how to communicate with your third eye, because that's all they waiting on. They waiting on you to be able to talk to somebody with your third eye, to be able to sit back and look at them and have total understanding without words. That's hard to do because we form our opinions off of our eyes. If we could just sit back and just look at a person and be able to use your third eye wisdom and just look at them and know what's going on. Read it right off the bat. You will be a better person than just taking them for eye value. Learn, to control your third eye. And it also is about you. If you have an evil projection, if you're projecting off evil vibes, people ain't gonna want to be around you. If you're projecting off good vibes, people want to be around you. If you're projecting off neutral vibes, you just look at them in their eye with neither smile nor frown, that's the best. And then you can read off of their vibe. And this is on how to act like a god, how to act like a god. That's something real important. Okay, you claim yourself walking in the spirit, walking with this. The spirit ain't telling you to act like that. I know. You're supposed to have calm level breathing, and you're supposed to have an even temper mindset and an open mindset. Not walking around with an attitude. That's one thing. And I might visit your life for 10 minutes, but it will be the best 10 minutes that you could ever buy. If you come, I cost $1 a minute on my site for spiritual healing. But an hour and a half, that's $90. It could be some knowledge to take you somewhere for the rest of your life. So I think that that's pretty good and decent, you know. But if you have a medical problem and you would like spiritual healing, I cannot guarantee you a cure. I can put you in touch with those people that might can cure you, but I can't guarantee that. Everything that I have is given to me. I don't have any of it. I'm able to harness my energies, but I don't have this ability. I have to pray to God and ask Him. Sometimes I have to confirm if I'm doing right or wrong. So, and that was the last person I healed. Now, like, we, the reason I stopped, why did I stop? I ain't getting paid. People, once they get well, they don't feel like they want to pay. As long as they sit, they on your side. But as soon as you heal them, and sometimes your heal could be so good, so they spring back up and then just run off. No payment, no payment. So you have the choice of being like today's doctors, making them pay up front and getting what you can and stringing them on, or you just going to heal them and pray that they will pay you. Nobody pays. It could be I got brain cancer and I could teach them a way to get that out of there, or try to help them with that, and I won't get a dime. Okay, it could be I got this. They won't after they get the healing that I give them. They gone. They ain't got no more love for me. So that's why doctors now, I notice, they just don't even hear you. They give you a little bit of bullshit to let you keep coming back because they need the constant flow. I need constant flow. Y'all should be liking, subscribing, joining, uh, getting counseling instead of waiting for me to cure y'all online. I'm gonna cure the masses, but I'm sure you other people got other problems that I'm not going over. I'm going for the masses, but if you need something personal, you go to EdenZone.net and you contact me online for a spiritual healing. And we will talk about what you may have symptoms of, what mentally and physically, and what herbal things you can do for that problem. Okay. Now, my degree is in biology. I also have a degree in chemistry. And I taught biology, chemistry, and biochemistry to high schoolers. And so, but I'm more spiritual, and I consider myself a shaman because I can give you some good roots that may help you, and some good advice when it comes down to your medical, biochemical processes that you might have. Okay, so that's the only certification I have. I don't have no PhD, and I don't practice. I'm not a practitioner, but do consider myself a shaman. I've already spoke about the calming effects of ginger for mental. I consider that a broad mental adjustment. That's African wild ginger. Broad mental. Okay, now that's just something you should be getting in you every day or as much as possible anyway. It's a neat nutrient. And I talked to you about other different teas and stuff and different herbal components that you can use. And I got even more, but y'all ain't liking and subscribing. So it kind of hurt my feeling. Y'all not joining me or nothing. And then I'm giving y'all good secrets and stuff. So I felt mad. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be giving up no more good secrets. Ain't nobody giving me no likes or no, and the selfish thing took over. But I'm going to keep coming to y'all with some facts. But if you want a direct healing from me, go to my website, contact me via Zoom, and I will walk you through the steps of healing meditation. Don't look for me to be like somebody else. If somebody else sitting there born with this on their head, I ain't gonna be like them. I ain't gonna be like them. Look at it. I'm not gonna be like them, but I can probably help you a lot. If you have something that's confidential, I keep secrets. You don't gotta come on my site and tell me nothing. You ain't gotta even put your real name on there. I mean, I ain't gotta know you. We do it by text. Not text. We do it by phone call over the phone. I can talk to you, and I also can talk to you via video like this, and you have to interact back with me, and we can talk. I don't have to touch you to heal you, but some to find a sickness. I got to touch you. Put it like that. If you ain't already diagnosed by a doctor, then you want me to do something for you, then I gotta touch you. If you don't, if your doctor say, oh, I got this, and this, I can tell you the herbal remedy for it in an effective way and not making you strung along, having to come back for the rest of your life for some bullshit. But this is another thing too. Some stuff like allergies and poison ivy, I can't cure no poison ivy. Shit, I got poison ivy from head to toe. I can't cure no poison ivy. How do you cure poison ivy? Tell me. I wish I had some old magic for that. I don't. Like I was nice. So if you go to my website and you call me, sometimes I might not answer because sometimes I'll be like today I might have meditated for 2 to 3 hours this morning. I was going to see what he wanted me to see, and I went on a journey, and it showed me something 3 times, and I still don't understand it. It just seemed to me like a giant bubble had come out of the ground and started rushing through the stars towards us. And I played it like 3 times in my mind, trying to get what the heck is this thing? It seemed to me like the bubble, it shaped it like an orb. How about this? The orb may be a ship. It came from an underground passageway. Wait a minute. Yeah, it came. The orb came out of. I'm replaying it in my mind. It came out of what looked something like a volcano, but it was an orb come out the volcano and then blast it off. And as it blasted off, it was coming towards me, not going blasting off away from me. It come out the volcano and blasted off and come towards me. So I would say towards me from the volcano. So I'm not understanding that, but I think they were telling us that that volcano going off because there is a orb under it that needs to come out. And it's gonna go off like that, and we're gonna be covered, and we ain't gonna be able to see that orb blast off. They're making sure we don't get to see the orb blast off. But I just seen it, and that is when I see something, it's either happening right now or getting ready to happen. Like this looked like it already gonna happen because it's been playing over and over. And that's what it showed me. It showed me a now I understand it. It's a volcano. There's an orb gonna come out the volcano. I don't know how an orb gonna come out the fucking volcano. But now that I look at it moving against time and space, I know that it's a ship gonna come out that volcano. See what I mean? They send you business. All you gotta do is be open for them. It's a ship scheduled to come out that volcano. They ain't gonna let you see that. It's stuck and burned in my brain because it's the last thing they showed me this morning. And tell you exactly how it looked. It looked like some fiery ass rocks. A little bit over here to the left, it was fiery. And then it seemed like the fiery started rumbling, then a bubble come out, and the bubble went up, and then the bubble come towards me to the side. So first time I seen it, I was like, I didn't even know that was a fiery volcano. To be honest, I thought that was somewhere in space or something. But I'm looking at that shit. That's a damn volcano, and it is burned in my head. Now this is what they showed me. So see what I mean? Either that volcano gonna let out a bubble so big it kills somebody, or if that's a machine taking off out that volcano. Somebody ought to get over there and watch, or it might have already went. I'm just being realistic to you. So I think I've told you enough about how I feel about a shaman and a priest. I feel like the priest killed the shaman, and then now they doing their job. But as you can see, the religious system nowadays is failing us miserably. Um, so the religious system now was indoctrinated a long time ago, and it's all about who can kill the best. I gotta go get a snack. Oh, there go my juice. I'm looking for my glass. The glass is gone. So you get to pick with me. You get to mess with me. I don't know. Am I allowed to smoke on this thing? I gotta get a smoke break here. Am I allowed to smoke? I don't smoke no meth. I don't smoke no strange shit. I was sort of sitting here waiting on my son to come see me. And I just figured I'd get on here and talk to y'all and tell y'all that priests have been taking the place of shamans. My whole episodes that I'm going to be focused on is shamanism. See, I have the blood of Sumeria in me. And we had priests before there was the alien abductions. So I'm going to say to you that my DNA test, the reason I have been talking about, I'm going to reveal it. It's like a slap in the face because it sounded like a blessing to me. Um, all right, so they say I got Kenya, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, of course. Look at me, Nigeria, of course. But they also got, I wrote it on the list. I was so embarrassed. But guess what? I'm going to read it. I'm going to read the list of countries that I got. Um, Listen to this. All of these is in my DNA. These countries. All of these are a part of my makeup. And this is the shocking stuff. I didn't even talk about the stuff from South Africa. I'm talking about the stuff from North Africa, the Garden of Eden, and Samaria. Let me tell you what I got in me: Georgia, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Iraq, Iran, Cyprus, Lebanon, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and the Bay of Bengal. So I have Sumeria. Those are the areas around Sumeria. I felt good. I was like, oh, I did some work. I did some work. And I found out. So I was like, I'm going to find my roots. I found all this before I even had the blood test. Before I even had the blood test, I was desperately looking, trying to find myself. And I was always like, they keep calling me Inanna. And then I'd be called Child of Judea and stuff like that. So I was like, I gotta find out who this Child of Judea is. Sure enough, they was right. They be right all the time. So when they call me Child of Judea, then I would be like, you kidding me, Child of Judea? What's that? What's that? And they was like, no, you Child of Judea. Okay. This is the people, the ones, I don't know what to call them. They ain't angels. Y'all calling them angels. They just as ratchet as us. They get high. pretty disgusting how they get high too. But they do what they do. So they call me a child of Judea. So I was like, what's that? What's that? So I had to learn the math and I had to learn all this. Yes, I had to learn all this. And it's just been a journey for me. So I reached out. They brought me to you. They told me you was sick. So you was like one of the main people that they told me. They was like, this one is one of ours. And he is like you. And he is like you because he can go to you. And then I saw you. And there's several more out there. I don't care about a person's ego. I don't care. It's a few out there that ain't gonna be what you like, but they are what they are, and they're proud of what they are because they are the only one, and it's something to be proud about. Now, me on the other hand, I don't like the ego shit either, but I love the big ego. So let me stop. You heard me, I say, you got a big ego. Okay, so everybody got their own thing. Okay, so we got a big ego. I just keep remembering that. Um, so to each his own. We don't kill one another. You'll never hear me say. You're gonna hear me say some condescending shit about the human race. Yeah, but it's a group of people. It's not just like one person. I'm never gonna hurt nobody. Never. I'm love. I'm love, and it just started out. January, I think it was Christmas Eve. I was alone down there. I just went on and did this TikTok shit, and it just been fun, and I fell in love with it. And I mean, I could write my ass off, so I'm just doing it. I'm giving it a shot. But if I'm healing people and they're not even giving me a like, so I can one day become monetized, I can't keep doing it and putting all my all into it. So now I'm telling you, since y'all ain't gonna, please, please don't let me down. If you know you've been healed by my stuff, like and subscribe so I can get to the point where I can make money. Because otherwise, I'm just up here wasting my time. So what I have to do is do all my sewing. Because I ain't making no money on YouTube, or I ain't got no big contract with no TVs. I'm just a regular old tailor. So I sew and I repair people clothes because I'm disabled. And then I come and maybe an hour a day if I can. I do my YouTube. So I mean, I don't have it all day. And I got sons. I got one getting ready to go to college. I got one baby boy said he gonna be Muslim. Yeah, I got one that say he gonna be Muslim. I'm trying to smoke a cigarette while staying on TV. I don't want to end my live. I'm trying to stay on till he get here. Hold on. How do you smoke on camera? How do you smoke a cigarette on camera? So I got a whole regimen of stuff I want to do, mainly teaching. I stay at home and I got this RV, and sometimes I like to ride out. Sometimes I want to go see something or see something in America, and then I'll ride out. But if I don't, you know, yeah, if I don't, it's hard to smoke on camera. You can't smoke no damn. You can't smoke no cigarette on camera. You see my eyes shrink down and stuff. My little thing go like this. My eyes go back like this. And there it is. I still be looking just like this, so it don't even matter. But I wanted to say I enjoy this YouTube stuff. I don't know how to get people to come, but what I do know is that I have a green screen and I want to invite these people. And I'm going to invite them because they're talking about a certain part of spirituality. Like, for example, I like the fact that Billy Carson says that we are projections of somebody's mind, like an avatar, or that we are a projection. And it's so true. It's so true. I can't even say it no better than how he's saying it. It's like, okay, they built this, but we don't know how to connect. We don't know how to connect yet. That's what the third eye is. The third eye is that actual connection they're trying to get you to get. How about the reptiles filled your body with parasites to block your third eye so you can't get the connection? You think, well, why didn't he do a better job with our connection? He gave you the connection you needed. But your third eye is covered up with calcium. Those are just dead parasite eggs. That's the calcification. And parasites from the meat. They gave you that meat, and that meat now got you full of parasites. You can't even connect because it's all covered up with bullshit. Okay, so now I have showed you how to cure yourself. What you're gonna have to do is change and go to the fish and fowl, and you're gonna have to take castor oil every day, a teaspoon of it when you eat, and then you're gonna have to take diatomaceous earth for when you don't eat, and all that. You have to put in a battle to cleanse your system. But if you still eating the same things that got you that way, it ain't never gonna work. So the meat, the red meat. See, when he said don't eat from the hood animals, it was at a time that we wasn't intelligent enough to go get a microscope and see what's going on. Okay, now we can get in the microscope and see that a parasite from a horse is more dangerous than a parasite from a cat because the parasite from the horse is going to be huge. Okay, so now that you can see that our body might not be able to fight off these parasites. Okay, he told you don't do it, but now you can scientifically see why it is not wise to eat the red meat and the whole animal because you can see the diseases that that meat carry. Now you don't see those diseases in fishes and in fowl because he told you to eat from the water and from the air. Okay, but he needed those animals. He is a reptile who needs organs and shit. He needed that those hooved animals. They were for a different reason. They were going to carry the parasites that he liked to eat. But instead, he just gave you some of their meat, and now you infected with the parasites that they like to eat. Reptiles eat parasites. Reptiles eat worms. You hear me now? Yep, that's what he did to Eve. He gave her that damn meat. Shortened her life, messed up everything, changed everything. And what it also did was he created you to be a shepherd of the meat. You're supposed to be making big flocks for him to take. You're supposed to be shepherding the garden. You're supposed to be growing a garden, making this planet grow, 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 and sustain the beasts that he needs. Instead, you started eating the beasts too that he needs. And those beasts that you ate infected you with the disease carrying stuff that he need out of them. So it's a long and morbid story. But the truth of the matter is, if you just stop eating the the red meat with hooved animals, that's the word, hooved animals. Like if this animal is 10 times bigger than the man's, his parasites are going to be 10 times tougher than the man because they have evolved for many years to grow in his body. So this animal's parasites, your body can't fight it, cannot kill it. And you taking in their food. And even in the Bible, it says you're supposed to boil it and then roast it because it's so hard to kill. The parasite eggs is not killed through regular 20-minute cooking. It take an autoclave to kill some of them parasites. So I mean, it's not a good idea. So I have changed and altered my diet to fish and fowl. Every now and then, like some of my friend brought me some collard greens. I want them collard greens so bad, but I'm trying to think I have to put some smoked turkey in. But I'm gonna find a way today because that right there will give you some change. Then you start doing the regimen that I told you to do, and then you just do that until you don't need it no more. This is non-chemical treatment. This is natural. This is gonna help you, and it's gonna put you where you need to be if you continue with it. You just continue with it. You continue with it, and you learn what you're doing. You took what I said. Now you go and learn the right dosages. How often, and you fight for your life, and you don't let nobody put new chemicals all up in you. I did that, and then they told me this is the cure. So okay, so now I see what it is. It's not a curse, it's a lifestyle change. You ain't gonna feed your babies that red meat that you weren't supposed to. You ain't gonna eat that red meat that you ain't supposed to. You ain't gonna do it. And then you're gonna cleanse what you already did out your body. Huh? Yep. It's a hard battle to fight, but it's better than laying on a hospital bed. A couple teaspoons of castor oil, some diatomaceous reserve with each meal until it's over with, till you clear it up. I mean, that's what you got to do. And I don't know how long that's gonna be. It could be a year, it could be 5 years. You got to keep doing it because this is all build up, and it's just I'm working it out through the digestion. See, every parasite have to go down into the belly to eat. No matter where he at in the body, he got to go in the belly to eat. So when you eat, throw some shit in there that's gonna kill a parasite. So when he go to eat it, he die. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. You don't have to fight for your third eye too. Yep, they all have invaded our third eyes. We can't think straight. But once you cleanse your body, that's the first thing you do is you become clairvoyant and you get to look at shit stuff with a 360 view. You get to look around like, okay, I just went here, and I have actually went and grabbed somebody and then take them to a place and showed it to them, and then took them back home and then went home. I have actually moved spiritually like that. It's another realm. It is a realm that we are afraid to go to because they wanted us to be afraid to go to this realm. They didn't want us to know that we can directly communicate with our creator, what y'all calling God. I don't like the way y'all make him seem like he down there wanting you to get down and kiss his feet and all that stuff and feel ashamed. He ain't even about that. He wants you to click on your third eye so he can tell you what he wants. If you can open your third eye, you can understand. But you can't open that third eye, then you down there talking about forgive me. Yeah, I guess forgive me for not opening my third eye. That's all you gotta ask forgiveness for because you need to learn to open the third eye. Then he'll tell you exactly what's going on. Then you won't be listening to me. You'll be able to tell somebody else, hey, it's another connection they got. They can connect with us. We just been taught through years and years and years that we can't connect with them. But I remember I done even had an argument with him. Yeah, cussed him out and told him he said he was gonna protect me and I wasn't gonna die. So did. So much force hit that house. It knocked every tree down on earth. Every tree around the house was blown away when he got done. I was like, that's right. I'm gonna drop a bomb. I'm the rebellious child. You gonna tell me you gonna protect me, and then this gonna happen? No, drop the bomb. I got upset, and want to act mad in a psychic way. Yeah, I'm a bad kid. Hey, somebody gotta challenge them to see if you don't do what they say, will they harm you? They didn't harm me, and I was just as hard headed and knuckleheaded. But then in the end, I made my own choice not to be that way. And it wasn't no kind of meanness that they did to me to make me do right. It was my own consciousness made me do right. I didn't do right because I was scared of God. I did right because I knew that what they want from me requires this. So, like I was told, for one thing, don't summon nobody. Your gift, if it's on all the time, it come to you. It just gonna hit you. You didn't ask for it. It was given to you. See the difference? I ain't going looking for nothing unless you ask me to go looking. But on the regular day, just me sitting here, they just hit me. I don't have to ask for it. It hit me. Boom. And then what the knowledge that come to me is what I'm starting now to learn how to come to you with what the knowledge was. The knowledge was that I got this morning was something finna come out, something big finna come out of a fiery place that looked like a volcano to me. And it looked like it's moving fast. And it don't look like it's a meteor because it's smooth and it's round and it's so perfect round till it's got to be a mechanical device. Boom. I'll be right back. Shaped like a ball. So they never tell me nothing that's not important that doesn't concern a large amount of people. Like they ain't gonna tell me like her stomach hungry, nothing like that. They be saying stuff like what you think, what they think is a spaceship ain't a spaceship. Like they keep saying it's a big meteor coming our way, but it's actually a ship. And just like they gonna say that's a big gas ball escaping out of that volcano, but it's gonna be a ship. They've been doing stuff right in front of our eyes, but at the same time, why are they doing it? Why? You went to Mars. Let's flip this around now. We went to Mars. We realized that it's a life form on Mars already. It got arms and legs, and it looked like a crab. Would you attempt to stick a human brain on that crab body to have an organism that live there so that it could work with you? Would you create another robotic being that couldn't be born and rebirthed? They tried all those things. But this time they created something mixed with a hominid that could communicate with them but won't open the third eye. And that's us. Okay, they needed something from this planet. The food sources that it has, all of that. They needed something from us. And they needed to get it. And when they got ready to go get it, they the atmosphere aged them. It's way too hot. So I mean, different things wasn't so good for them. So they trying to they find something to do the work. That if they could get it to think right, it would be able to do stuff. But it doesn't have the third eye connection yet, even though the third eye is there. We are waiting for it to start making third eye connections. So then we can use that one in different ways. And when I say use, it can be positive. Use in different ways mean this is a perfect model. And now we can transfer from planet to planet to planet to planet, making more. We have perfected it, right? That's what you would say. If we have a being, we are able to take something and put it in this being that live here, and now it works for us and it works with us. It's one of us, even though it doesn't look like us. That's what we are. Okay, so now we have this being down here, and it's running around crazy. They're killing each other, unable to use technology, but the brain is there, but it's doing all that it do. Then somebody else come flying in and tell it some stupid shit, mess with the genes a little bit, insert a worship gene, all this stuff, give it meat to block its third eye from moving and working, and then gives it that, then turns around and actually rejoices as it dies because it's a shortened the life and everything. Now, did all this to the creation that you made. That's exactly where we at right now. It's like we go and build that man up there and he can live on Mars, and then China come and do something to that man and make it where it's different. It don't live as long no more. It got a shorter life. All that been done. That was done to the original creation. Put it all in context. Don't say, yeah, there was life 15,000 years before the Bible, and not add in the fact that this life was able to build and do mathematic calculations. Don't leave that part out, because then it make you people feel grateful for this interference. I don't feel grateful for the interference. I feel like the original one that he created was perfect. That's, the one that he created to live on Earth, that was tuned into the electromagnetic sensories of the Earth, that had the third eye, and all of these different things that it had that we saying it didn't have. Those things, the only thing it did when it came in was showed us how to use calculations, and took our hair away, bred with us, maybe even gave us the third eye. But it was already a man here building buildings and all that stuff before the Garden of Eden, from what I can understand. Now, uh, from my understanding, the Garden of Eden, Enki came and made the Garden of Eden. And see, the thing is, we have evidence that those things that were planted over there, that somebody did make a Garden of Eden, and they took the ones that was already there. That's what I need you to know, is that humanity was there without the interference. Humanity was there without the interference, and then there was some tinkering. See, and it's even in the Bible, in the Book of Mormon, it's in all these other books, but they don't got it down right for you. It's telling you that Jared cried out, hey, something came in and messed with the creation, messed with my kids and the ones down there in Adam's world too, because he was in the mountain. Messed with both of us. Doesn't that mean anything to you that somebody came and interfered after the real creation? And then where are we now because of that interference? And when the interference came, they was like, we're going to change up the way they talk. We're going to make them talk different. We keep calling it the Lord. It is different beings, a whole bunch of different beings. One of them hollering, we're going to make them bow down and do for us forever. They installed that in after man, after Adam and Eve. This is after Adam and Eve, right before the flood. After Adam and Eve, and they multiplying, Adam and Eve, Cain, Abel, everybody there. Abel in the mountain. Abel dead and Cain up in the mountain. Adam down at the bottom. Then now somebody comes flying in to the ones on the mountain. Do something to their blood. Make them into giants and all kind of crazy shit. Now, part of their family have been changed, but they still was humanity before they came and did some change. And the more we dig up the old buildings and stuff, that's proving that way longer than 2,000 years we've been around doing stuff. So you need to understand that when people say, oh, man created in the Garden of Eden, all that stuff, that man was created in the Garden of Eden. Man was already here. That's why it's Homo sapiens sapien. Homo sapien was already here, and then the remake is the extra sapien part they added on to it. They don't want to admit that it was Homo sapien here, and then they added something to it. Now they're calling it Homo sapiens sapien. They ought to call it Homo alien if they're gonna be real. But that was the Anunnaki when they added that extra sapien on there. So we ain't no such thing as Homo sapiens sapien. It's Homo sapien. That's what we are. We are Homo sapiens. We are Homo sapiens who were blended with another sapien. That's Homo sapien. sapien because they have the hands and the arms and the legs too. I make them sapient and they're sentient. They're sapiens too. But they blended with the sapiens that was already here. So you see what I'm saying? And so don't ever discredit yourself and say you are less than anybody or more than anybody either. What you have is the original and then the added ones. Then the added ones are an upgrade. And the reason there was an upgrade is because we was getting our ass tore up by saber-toothed tigers. We was on the brink of extinction. And we needed the cold. We needed one that could handle the cold. We needed one that was violent enough to come out there, kill the tiger, and wear its skin. That's Neanderthal and Dennis Hogan. Them the ones that brought us and fought us through that cold weather as a species. So you got the hairless ones, but then it's coming cold. We're gonna need some hairy ones. Now you got Neanderthal. Because they was trying to keep this species alive on this planet. We was getting wiped out by saber-toothed tigers. And we wasn't aggressive enough. But Neanderthal, they was aggressive and used to the cold with more hair. So they had to put that back in the genes thing. Because the aggression, they needed the aggression. So what I'm saying is the two species survived together because of each other. Now, it's gonna get hot as hell. You're gonna need a little melanin in your skin nowadays, or you're gonna be getting skin cancer. So now it would be the melanated people who bring the race on through the hot section. Otherwise, all y'all gonna die of cancer. So you see how the two races was needed, and none is better than the other. Because even right now, y'all gonna need some melanin, boo. It's gonna get hot as fuck. And it's gonna go melanation, or you just gonna have to hide in a cave or whatever. Okay, then we're gonna go cold again and get cold again. Then we're gonna need light. We're gonna need hairy. All of it because it's a cycle of the earth, and that's why all the different species of man was able to interbreed and keep this humanity going because we were almost hunted to the brink of extinction by the saber-toothed tiger. We were not aggressive. We didn't have fur. We stayed inside. We was weak. Then they had to come back with one that was harder, that was bigger than us, that was bigger than the saber-tooth. And then one that had more hair that could fight the cold that was to come. So they had to come with a harder model. They knew what was coming to the planet. So they knew we needed a little fur. So this is the whole thing of their creation. So in the end, we can't say one is better than the other. To say that one is a part of the other is the most way of it. If this place turned into an ice age, we're gonna need the Neanderthal dreams. If this place turned into a sauna, we're gonna need those black genes. And they are too different. But those genes is put in the mix and came to survive because nature made them survive because he knew this earth will go through hot and cold phases and that the being that I create gonna need to be able to weather any storm if we're gonna keep some alive all the time. So he made that like that. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt who you are. Learn how to open your third eye. And maybe you can reach out and connect to other people with their third eye. If you're feeling lonely and you're feeling sad and you're feeling disgusted and let down, then close your eyes for about 10 minutes and just sit there and envision yourself walking from your body and walking on the beach somewhere. Take yourself to a place that you already know and try it. And then after that 10 minutes, come back from that place and tell me that you can't astroplane right now while you're upset and feeling crazy. Do it and see if you don't astroplane and see that you are just a conscious body inside of a vessel. Your consciousness can go anywhere it wants to if you only learn to use the magnetic waves of the universe. Let your mind go. There's no situation here in this world that's bad enough that you should be out there trying to hurt anybody. it's not necessary. You can get it with good vibrational energy, and it's easier. It's easier for me to sit back out and send out good vibes than it is for me to sit back and send out and try to make negative things happen. I mean, it's easier to be good. So that's a reason to be good. Besides, I'm scared God gonna get me. Don't say I'm gonna be good because I'm scared God gonna get me. That means you just was gonna be bad and that you faking it. If you don't be good because it's in you naturally. Because you know that we all united. That you know that we all a part of this thing, and that somebody might ride up and want to eat us at any day. Do it. Be good because of that. Don't be good because you scared somebody gonna strike you with lightning. Be consciousness, but when you get to the point where you're ready to kill somebody because they ain't bowing down to the same alien god you got, because that's what all of them are. They might have a different alien god than you, but all of us were born here on this earth, and neither one of us can breathe when you leave it. So we should all just be worshiping the God that's here. Instead of, oh, we gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad at you for worshiping this alien, and you gonna be mad at me for worshiping this alien, and then he gonna be mad at you because he friend with me for worshiping that alien. That's bullshit. If we were just all united as one and worshiping the Creator, we'd be okay. We'd be okay. So um, I wish the best of everybody. I wish that you would learn to accept people and all their flaws. And then sometimes step back when you're mad and say, no, what am I really mad about? Um, my cell phone, is it worth going to jail? Or somehow, is it worth going to jail or dying because of that one little thing? No. So it's really minor. That's what I like too. I like Sad Guru. I think that's his name. He has one, but one thing he told me, and I really liked it. He said, just think about how big the universe is, and you a little speck of dust on Earth. I mean, it's way much more important stuff going on than that shit you got going on. He ain't said it like that, but the way he said it was so good. I was like, you right. He was like, he broke it all the way down, like from the universe to the galaxy, all the way down. And there, and then he's like, like your problems are so small. He was good. That one was good. That one he won my heart with Crystal's avatar too. I like Crystal's avatar because he know about the chakras and stuff and about how they go through the body and the energy healing. I can tell you how to wield it all day long, but I don't know what none of it mean. I just was born with it and just be wielding it. And I can do exercise with you and teach you how to wield it just the same. But he can tell you what the energy is. So now you got him telling you what each focal point is in the chakra, right? Then you got Sad Guru telling you about mental, right? And then you got Billy Carson who be talking about the projection that you are supposed to be receiving. Some of y'all ain't receiving it because you don't have your third eye open, but he trying to tell you that they projecting they wants on to you and you don't know how to receive them or you are receiving them. I don't know about that part. That's why I got to get them on here one day and ask them, because I do know that we are supposed to be able to take in their thoughts and do what they want and work with them as a team. I do know that. I can feel it all around the fact that they're working with me. Okay, but then I think that they want us to learn how to click in so that we can talk to them instead of being scared. Then we won't kill them when we see them. So I'm not sure. So I think Billy Carson might know more about the connection. And then I think that Crystal's avatar might know more about this part down in here, how it go through the body, because I don't. All I know is how to wield it. And I can bring it through my hands. I can bring it from my feet all the way up to my head if I want to. Sometimes I can turn on the glow. When I go outside, I can glow. I glow anyway, but I can make it really bright, 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 bright. And if I don't control it, it'll get too bright and I feel ashamed. So I glow a little bit. So I don't know. And it's my energy, and I know that I glow because of my energy. It's this energy that I can project onto people and heal them. Yeah, I know it's weird, man. You don't know what you can do when you got the old blood of Samaria running through your veins. Now, do you? Well, they call me Inanna, so I think I'm the one. Y'all want another look at Cleopatra? No. You want another look at Nefertiti? Yes, you know. There you go. Nefertiti. This is my blood. Nefertiti, Nefertiri, Cleopatra. I believe might be some relation there because I be looking, I be like, damn. It look like if you take one of her damn things and stick it on there, I might be really close to that. Especially with the eye distance right here and the cheekbone structure right here. And that long, I'm hiding the poison ivy. It's on there. See the long neck. See the long neck? I be hiding. Look just like somebody standing up on that sand. Like that want to be up there. So I can see the relation. I can see the relationship, Ken. Even the long neck. So hey. So Christos, I'm gonna pick with you. Yes, I only have 10 people. Am I doing something embarrassing? Am I embarrassing? I don't know how to take that, but I don't care. I just reached out. It's my first time ever reaching out to somebody, trying to figure out how do they get these people on their show. Do they pay them? Is that it? You know, do they become friends with them just with a motive to take from them or do? So when somebody come to you and they are straightforward and honest and it ain't no gimmick and no pain behind it, it's shocking. But there is nothing. I have a podcast room that I'm creating. I've been doing this all of 6 months. And it's only for the spiritual people. If you come to my podcast thing and start trying to demand that somebody kneel to something, I don't want to see your face. But if you are spiritual, I want you to come and visit me and talk to me and tell me your side. It's so upfront, it's shocking. It's so blunt, it's shocking. But being spiritual, do you want me to befriend you, deceive you, pretend like I'm your friend and manipulate you? Or would you just like somebody to say up front, yo, you spiritual, you've been healed. Would you come and at least say that? Would you come and we echo each other? Would you form an alliance? I mean, that's so honest and straightforward. How could it be wrong? But people look at stuff different. I never thought that I would be somebody to be ashamed of. I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. But I understand about fan base and everything. And just remember that word now. Just remember that, I always was taught, let my cross sign. That bird right there. That's a bird. Or that's an ark, but it don't look like no cross. But anyway, let me tell you about this right here. Be careful how you treat those that come to your door. It could be an angel knocking. It could be an angel knocking. You ever thought about that? Think about it tonight. Uh-huh.